Welcome to a new Daily Top AskReddit video. Today's topic.
What is something your teacher did in school that you're still salty about? My third grade teacher gave me marks down for spelling, a lot, which her dumb fuck ass corrected as a lot. I will probably spend the rest of my life still annoyed with her, and I'm 36. God, same here. When I was 10, Netherlands. Don't know what grade it corresponds with. I got a 90% mark instead of a 100% for a test because I made a mistake. According to my teacher, it's spelled purple, not purple. Man, she was dumb. You take the blupple, the story ends. If you take the purple, everything in the story is misspelled. I had a teacher accuse me and a classmate of cheating on an exam because we had the same answer. It was a multiple choice test and she was upset we both had it correct. I'm sorry, you don't suck at teaching as much as you think you do. Quote, turns out you just suck at stats. My English teacher admitted to marking down all my work by a grade because, I think you could do better. Bitch. I was doing better and you made it look like I wasn't. Caused me to stop even trying. My English teacher would give me 50% of every essay. Presumably because she didn't want to read it and was going on reputation. So I decided to try really hard on all my essays for one semester and see if I could get better. I enlisted the help of my much smarter older sister to help me write all of my essays. A girl who had received 99% in this teacher's class in the past. Well, I still got 50% of every essay. So the last essay of the semester we worked long and hard on, and my sister was sure we get a better mark. Bitch still gave me 50%. So my mom and sister went into the school and sat down with the teacher and principal and had it out with this teacher. She maintained that I was a 50% essay writer. On the English final I got 80% on my essay with blind marking. Fuck you, Ms. McDonald. You're a lazy bitch. I had that too in university. C or C on every essay. Finally got my roommate who had an English Lit degree help me proofread my final essay and make suggestions. He was teaching the concurrent class and I still got a C. At the end of my first week at a new school, the teacher handed out slips of paper with our current grade. I had a solid A at my old school, but the teacher said I had an F. I asked her why. She said I didn't hand in the quarter project. I reminded her I had just moved to the school. She said we would give me the weekend to do it. The project was to interview a long-time local resident and write a paper about their experiences. The articles were being collected for a book she was writing. I failed the class. My wife relocated to a new school midway through her senior year. Her math teacher wanted her to make up all of the class work she missed from that class, on top of all regular assignments going forward. After struggling for weeks, the guidance counselors failed attempts of fixing the situation, and unwillingness of the teacher to budge on her ridiculous requests. My wife dropped out. She was a straight-A student up to that point. Some teachers are fucking monsters. When my mom changed schools in third grade, the first thing they did on her first day was a spelling test. When the teacher was grading them, she got to my mother's test, stood up, and screamed at my mom. In this school, we use cursive. Quote, my mom didn't know cursive, but the teacher said that wasn't an excuse and gave her detention. She stressed my mom out so badly that after a couple months of school, mom ended up in the hospital with severe stomach ulcers. Some teachers are fucking monsters. I come from a country that has 3 official languages. I was raised in 2 of them. So I was fluently, but as an army brat I had lived in another country for 8 years. So I had never been in contact with the third. Well, the third country is mandatory in school from a certain age. So when I moved back there I had to take the class. And I sucked at it. I learned and learned but I couldn't get it right. So here I was. Perfect or near perfect scores at other subjects, but according to this teacher I was dumb as rocks. Because how could I fail an official language of my own country? I would have to be stupid. Right, well, I buckled down and unbeknownst to my parents studied till 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. As a 9-year-old. And failing again and again. Every time getting punishment and ridicule by the teacher. That guy is the sole reason I stopped loving going to school. That all my other grades failed. Just so he could prove to my parents how stupid I was. For some reason this middle-aged dude took it upon himself to destroy this 9-year-old kid's life. I still blame him for fucking up my school career. All because I couldn't learn this one subject. Sucked the joy out of my life for a long time. I had left my calculator on my desk in physics class and the teacher took it. I had engraved my initials on it so it was unmistakable. My problem with this was that he always asked me during class if I had my calculator and I told him. I still couldn't find it. The end of school year comes around and another student was snooping through his desk and found my calculator. All year that asshole was giving me a 0 for the day since I didn't have it. Plot twist. It was the other student who took your calculator and pretended to find the calculator in the teacher's desk. A teacher got fired at my school for stealing a kid's phone. Location tracking on phones was a relatively recent thing at that time. So she wasn't expecting that. They also found some cocaine in the same drawer. Edit. I know it was the coke that ultimately got her fired. But the impetus for the search was the phone. So I stand by it. That escalated quickly. Never gave my art a higher grade than a B+. Even though she asked me every year if she could hold my art back. To show everyone how to correctly apply a technique or what she wanted from everyone else that next year. Not good enough for an A, but this is perfect and it's what I want everyone to do. Which is it then? Bitch. In 3rd grade art class we had to draw an object that the teacher placed on a table in the middle of the room. There were a few objects to choose from. I started drawing one of them and wasn't happy with it and was thinking of starting on a different one. Before I did, though, the teacher held up my drawing in front of the class to tell everyone how bad it was and point out everything wrong with it. I quietly just started drawing something else. I was a very shy kid. My new drawing was entered into a local show and won. Teacher never said anything to me about it and never gave it back. She hung it up in the classroom for years. I got the equivalent of a C for that class, normally an A student. Foo Mrs. Watkins. Fucking hate art teachers with one exception. The ones who feel like a school grandma and understand art is emotional.